after all, I come from the land of Lincoln. There have been times where that party has expressed this progressive spirit, and there have been times where the Democrats haven't always been on the right side of things. But I have to say this, at least since FDR, at the core of the Democratic Party, at the core of what we believe, is this notion that somehow, despite our belief in individual initiative, despite our belief that everybody's got personal responsibility, we also believe that we've got a stake in each other. We also believe that we have mutual responsibilities. We also believe that every child, we're a parent to every child, and if they're not doing well, then we've got to make sure that they do well, and that we're the children of every grandparent. And if they're struggling with prescription drugs or not being able to pay the bills, that we've got some responsibilities. That's been at the heart of the Democratic Party. So when FDR, even though he was in a wheelchair, stood up and said, I see the country one-third ill-housed and ill-clothed and ill-fed, and we can turn on each other and fear each other, or instead we can decide to hope, and we can start Social Security to make sure that every senior citizen is lifted out of poverty. And we can forge an arsenal of democracy to defeat fascism. And you know what? When the young men come back from war, we're actually going to give them a college education under the GI Bill, because we understand that if they're educated, everybody's going to do well and businesses are going to prosper. And that spirit on through Truman and through Kennedy, who decided, you know what, we're going to take up the torch of an earlier generation and carry it into new frontiers. On through Bill Clinton and on through today, that's been our animating spirit. That's what we've believed. Now that notion of hopefulness has been lost sometimes in these last several years. We've been fed a politics of cynicism and slash and burn and name calling and smackdowns. It reminds you of WWF sometimes. Everybody's snarling at each other and throwing chairs, but not much gets accomplished. It doesn't connect with our real lives, our everyday lives. It's almost like entertainment, detached from our genuine experiences in our communities and our families. And here's the good news. As I travel across the country right now, everywhere I go, what I've discovered is that the voters are in a serious mood. They are in a sober mood. They want something different. Because they have recognized, when they look at the challenges that we face, that if we don't deal with those challenges right here and right now, we may be the first generation in a long time to pass on an America that's a little poorer and a little meaner